quick why niggas don't read, because there's a lot of historical information on why niggas don't read. A lot of spiritual reasons, a lot of literature reasons. There's a lot of reasons why niggas don't read. So, I'm going to put this out here, you know what I'm saying, so you all know, and so a lot of you crackers know too. Alright, check this out. Now, it says, in the book, the Willie Lynch letter and the making of a slave. It says simply right here. Okay? And we really thank you for not reading about the many black warriors that participated in the development of our great country. We thank you for keeping it hidden from the younger generation. Thank you for not bringing such glorious deeds to our attention. Okay? You see what that says right there? Now that's how white people feel about you. Not reading. They don't want you to know shit about yourself and your people and where you been, regardless of the ones that helped build this country, because those ain't nothing. I mean, they are something because those are your ancients regardless, and that's a phase that we went through, and it must be respected. But at the same time, before that, that's when we were kings, and before the kings, that's when we were gods. You see? So you must understand all of that, and to understand that you're a god still right now. But we're going to go into what the scientists say about who you are and what you are and where you came from. Okay? Now, these are the same scientists, the scientists today that you all run to as soon as you bleed or as soon as you got something wrong with you, the same doctors that you run into and the same scientists that you so-called believe on the TV study from the same practice that these scientists put out this information, because the medical information is 265 years old. But you need to know that, and you wouldn't know that unless you read and researched, okay? This is in the book, but they never told you in history class, alright? Scientists say the Negro and is still in ape stage. The ape and the Negro races positively not equal. Why is the Negro so savage and rebellious in our big cities, is what it says right here. Okay? Now, this was seen in an Ebony magazine in 1979. Alright? Now, this is what I'm talking about when it comes to literature and how it's distributed and how it shifts the thought patterns of all people and how we're looked at right now in our current condition, and you all implement that and make it stronger by the ignorance that you portray with the gold teeth and with the dreads and the format in which you carry it. Okay, dreads are a beautiful thing, but understand what they are and its historical significance and where it came from. What you don't know that because niggas don't read shit. They have to be spoon information. They are in baby condition. You see what I'm saying? If it's not given to them as soon as they're a baby, if they're not told in school, if they didn't go to the churches and see their parents doing the crazy ass rituals that their parents didn't know shit about, because their parents came up under the slave mentality too in the same mind frame. You see what I'm saying? And you can definitely see that public education has done nothing but degrade us even more before the 50s and 60s, because we haven't had a great mind come out yet. We haven't had one great mind, one great black mind come out yet. All of them been kowtow, Sambo ass niggas cater to the system, but you Negroes wouldn't know that either because you don't read. You see, everybody's fooled by it. I'm not even gonna go into it. Let's stay on the subject of why niggas don't read. Now, this is how it was also implemented in an earlier time frame. This is 1874. Harper's Weekly Cartoon. Okay, take a close look at that, people. Okay. Now, what we're looking at is the Union as it was, is what it says at the top. And right under it, it says, this is a white man's government. Right underneath the eagle, the left wing and the right wing, but it still got the same head. So never get confused by that Democrat and Republican bullshit they shove up in your face. Okay? And then it has the skull and bones symbol right here. Okay? And then you got the KKK, the representation of the southern white man. You got the business white man for the North, and he still has his rifle as well. He has his gun, two guns. You see, they always have the gun. They need the gun because they are inadequate to the earth, and they need that for their savagery. You see what I'm saying? They need long distance shooting. They cannot get hand to hand combat. They will get annihilated. Okay. Now, the schoolhouse is burnt down in the background. That's what it says there, people. Okay? And over here, you see a black man lynched, and right here, you see a black man with his head cut off on the ground, and then in between, you see the family, the black family, with the book on the ground. You see, and the baby holding in the hand, looking like the baby is either dead or asleep, one or the other. We can't really tell. You see what I'm saying? And then it's put in a shield. Understand that. You see? You see? That is their armor of protection. That is how they protect their white government, is keeping niggas stupid. You see what I'm saying? So niggas won't be able to read shit. Now, in 1874, how did they enforce this shit? Let's see how they enforced it. In the book, Voices from Slavery, my friends. Okay? 100 authentic slave narrative interviews. Okay, look at that. Look at the editor. Okay, so you Negroes know. Okay, these are all books here, as you can see, because I read. You dig? You know, this story right here is from Furby Rogers, whatever her name is, from Milledgeville, Georgia. Age when interviewed 100 plus. It's funny how a lot of these slaves lived to be 100 something years old, and they saw about 2-3 generations of white people. That's very funny. It shows the inadequacy of white people's survival on the earth. You need the black mammy to be wiping your ass in order to survive. And we've been doing that, and we've been doing it ever since, man. Ever since we got on them ships. You see? And we've been addicted to those white people, and we can't get off of them. You see? We're wiping their ass, driving them around, taking them. To this day, I still see it. Right here in Atlanta, Georgia. Right here in Georgia. Alright? Now, what did it say right here? It says, I had my right arm cut off at the elbow if I tried to learn to read and write. If they found a nigger that could read and write, they cut your arm off at the elbow or sometimes at the shoulder. That is how it was enforced. Do you understand me? And this is why blacks of that time period enforced miseducation and enforced no education upon their children so they could keep their limbs. Understand this? Why you niggas running around here shooting at each other and all this other shit? Niggas used to get their limbs cut off, and niggas is still getting their limbs cut off. What you think they did to Tookie's body? They probably, boy, I'ma tell you. You better know what's going on here, but you don't know what's going on because you do no research. You study nothing, you read nothing. You only read the images that the white man puts in front of you when it comes to the ads and when it comes to what's on TV. But you're not even knowing what's you're really doing to your body when you're watching the TV. Because you do not read or do not study anything. You see what I'm saying? So this is a version of why Negroes don't read. There's another topic on why Negroes don't read that deals with the language in which we speak, which is a very bastard, barbaric tongue. And there are a lot of codes implanted within inside the language that deals with a lot of slavery holdovers and deals with glorious terms that have been turned into negative energies that you still enforce as negative energies because of the structure that you live in and those who you want to be like. You see. So, enjoy yourself, love yourself, you know, love your nappy hair, love your thick lips, love your big noses, because whenever you look at any one of those ancient civilizations, that's what you see on those stones. Big ass bricks, big ass 7,200 ton bricks, nigger lips, and nigger nose on it. You better know that shit. We conquered this shit, and we're about to again. 2012. Know your research, man. Do your studies, man. That's real shit, man. Y'all niggas need to pick up a book and start reading and pick up correct information and know what you're doing. But once you start educating yourself, that's what the God does, is create. So once you start creating thoughts and getting your mind moving, you'll know how to decipher through information and break down what's right and wrong. Because there's only right and wrong on this planet. Only right and wrong. There is no such thing as decision. There's only right and wrong.